Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and welcome to the English news of Bình Phước Radio television station and newspaper. I'm Hình, and following are the headlines as usual. Bình Phước striving to have at least 15% of cashew nut deeply processed. The third innovation startup competition to be launched in the third quarter. Prime Minister sets 2024 growth inflation targets. Investors show sound confidence about Vietnam's economic outlook. Ladies and gentlemen, Bình Phước province has set goals for the cashew processing industry in the 2025-2030 period. Accordingly, resources will be focused on deep processing, increasing the added value of export products, enhancing the local position in the global cashew value chains, ensuring transparency from production, processing, and preservation to quality declaration, and meeting the stringent requirements of export markets.
As of April this year, Bình Phước cashew industry produces three main product lines: white cashew kernels, which account for 99% of the output, deeply processed cashew kernels, 1% of the output, and crude cashew shell oil. The goal is to lift the deep processing rate of cashew nuts to 15% or higher by 2025 and 25% and above by 2030. The production value of various types of cashew nuts and cashew shell oil is expected to reach some 43.4 trillion dong per year by 2025 and around 69 trillion dong by 2030. Bình Phước cashews have been exported to 68 countries and territories worldwide, with the main export markets being the US, Singapore, the Netherlands, Turkey, and China. The province is committed to further developing existing markets and expanding into new potential markets, diversifying export products, cashew kernels, and processed cashew products, and ensuring traceability. Efforts will be focused on developing the brand and distribution network for processed cashew products in key markets, particularly the EU, the US, Japan, and China.
The People Committee of Bình Phước Province had issued a document to Department Sector, the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of the Provincial Association and Organization, and the People Committee of District, Town, and City regarding ensuring the appraisal quality of communes and districts meeting new style rural standards, enhanced new style rural standards, model new style rural standard, and completing the task of building new style rural area.
The chairperson of the Provincial People's Committee has requested the New Style Rural Building Coordination Office to lead and coordinate with relevant units to advise the Provincial People's Committee and the Appraisal Council in holding meetings to review and recognize communes and districts that fully meet the requirements and criteria according to regulations. This includes complying with regulations on procedures, documentation, assessment, recognition, announcements, and revocation of decisions regarding localities meeting New Style Rural Standards, enhanced New Style Rural Standards, modern New Style Rural Standards, and completing the task of building New Style Rural areas for the 2021 to 2025 period. The appraisal and verification process must ensure transparency, democracy, objectivity, and require close coordination between the relevant agencies responsible for the criteria and targets. Special emphasis is placed on strengthening inspections after recognition to ensure ongoing compliance with New Style Rural Standards, enhanced New Style Rural Standards, modern New Style Rural Standards, and completion of the New Style Rural Building task.
Following the success of the second edition, Bình Phước will launch the third innovation startup competition in the third quarter of this year. The competitions aim to initiate sex and support innovative activity in various fields in the province.
The competition also aims to enhance the ability to connect support resources for innovation startup activities in the province. providing a platform for startup models to present their innovative ideas and products, thereby identifying and nurturing viable and effective models. It supports the establishment of innovation startup enterprises in the province. The competition is one of the 5 activities implemented under Plan No. 121 issued in 2023 by the Provincial People's Committee on supporting the innovation startup ecosystem in the 2022 to 2025 period. The remaining activities include building and promoting the development of information and communication activities on innovative startups, connecting the startup network, training for trainers and startup investors, and supporting small and medium-sized enterprises or agricultural cooperative startups.
And now it's time for the top story about the country. First of all, we have a report on activity by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính.
Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh on June 8 called for greater efforts to keep the 2024 growth rate at the upper limit of the 6 to 6.5% target and inflation at the lower of the 4-4.5% target, given the context that there are more challenges than opportunities. Chairing a meeting between permanent cabinet members and representatives of ministries and agencies, the leader stressed the need to ensure macroeconomic stability and major economic balances, and control budget overspending as well as public, government and foreign debts. Flexible direction, innovation, thinking big, acting bold, and policy harmony will work in the present context, he continued, asking ministries and agencies to follow these instructions. The Prime Minister spoke of other tasks like accelerating public investment disbursement and the implementation of national target programs and the $4.7 billion housing credit package and speeding up key infrastructure projects. More attention should be paid to social welfare, national defense and security, external affairs and the communications work, he noted.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính hosted a reception for visiting Venezuelan Minister of Foreign Affairs Ivan Pinto in Hanoi on June 8.
Prime Minister Chin stressed that Vietnam always values the traditional friendship and comprehensive partnership with Venezuela. He suggested the two sides make efforts to further deepen their friendship and comprehensive partnership in the coming time. According to the host leader, the two sides should also promote the exchange of delegations of all levels, people-to-people exchange, and increase trade and investment connections. For his part, Minister Ivan Gil Pinto expressed his admiration and congratulated the achievements in all aspects that Vietnam has gained during the renewal process. He affirmed that the Venezuelan government attaches great importance to Vietnam's growing role and position in the region and the world. Venezuela wishes to further tighten relations with Vietnam across the party, government, National Assembly and people-to-people channels, he noted. Earlier on the same day, Foreign Minister Boitan Cern held talks with his Venezuelan counterpart Ivan Gil Pinto. The two ministers agreed on a number of measures to deepen the multifaceted cooperation between the two countries in the coming time in the fields of politics, diplomacy, trade, agriculture, energy, culture, and people-to-people exchange. They also consented to increase the exchange of delegations at all levels and promote cooperation in new fields such as telecommunications, construction, and pharmaceuticals. Discussing international and regional issues of mutual concern, they agreed that disputes need to be resolved by peaceful means on the basis of international law, with respect for the legitimate interests of the parties.
Investors have shown confidence and positive outlooks about Vietnam's economy in 2024, according to a recent report by Saville Vietnam.
According to Savills Vietnam's report, Vietnam's economic outlook for 2024 is positive, with forecast GDP growth of 5.5% to 6.5%, placing the country among the top 20 fastest-growing economies globally. Foreign direct investment inflows reflect robust growth, with newly registered investment increasing 58% year-over-year, highlighting sound investor confidence and a vibrant industrial sector. The report forecasts that Vietnam's semiconductor chip industry is expected to attract significant investment in 2024. Experts say Vietnam will benefit from the Creating Helpful Incentives to Produce Semiconductors Act of the US, including a $500 million grant to improve training in semiconductor, cybersecurity, and business environment globally.
And that was the 10 minutes of BPTV News. To watch this news again, you can download our mobile app BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Thank you for staying with us and see you next time.